know what all of those foods are. So I just wanted to highlight that. We'll be talking more about that coming up. Hi, Rick Roman.
Hello.
So good to see you this Saturday.
I think I stole a couple pieces of those chocolate.
It's so good, right?
Delicious.
How's your family doing in the bomb cyclone?
Oh, fantastic.
I know, it's bomb
All the trees
cyclone.
are still vertical. That's
Okay,
good.
good. You know what? Rick Roman is a dear friend of ours. He is a former restaurant owner and a trained chef, and we call on him many times throughout the year to educate us on different items in the kitchen. And this is the Sharp Shark set of 3 countertop knife sharpeners. You get one in red, one in green, and one in that beautiful steely blue. All of them come with a matching gift box, but what we know to be true is a sharp knife is a safe knife.
That's right. You know what? For me, this was one of my favorite things to sell because, you know, it's super compact, so no wasted space.
Sure.
We've taken all the guesswork with sharpening your knives out of by giving you these tungsten carbide grooves, which are on the front here. They're harder than the steel on your blade, so they'll break down that metal. But what I love about Sharp Shark and what separates us, this patented suction cup design. So what does that mean? You can go to any smooth countertop, if you have marble, granite, Corian, you name it,
okay,
and you engage this clasp, Mary. What it does is it actually secures this to the countertop, and that's important for 2 reasons. One is safety. When you sharpen your knives, you no longer have to put your knife near the blade, so now it's safe, but then it's easy to use. When I mean anybody, all you have to do is pull any knife, large chef's knife, small paring knives, serrated knives in one direction, and there's a little arrow that tells you exactly which direction, so you don't have to guess on this, and in a matter of moments, you can take any blade, old, expensive, inexpensive, and this is a 20-year-old knife for one of my restaurants, and you can get that razor's edge again. So when you take it into the kitchen, you just said a sharp knife is a safe knife. That's because when you go to use a knife, when it's sharp, it actually glides through the food. So you're not using pressure. That's how you wind up cutting yourself when you have a dull knife, because you push. Well, with this, I have a sharp edge, so I get perfect cuts every single time.
I'm mesmerized every time he does that. Because if you've ever had that knife that you go to every single day in your kitchen, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't perform for you the way that it used to,
that's right,
it's still a great knife. It just needs to be sharpened. And so then, let's say you've tried taking it to a professional in the past. That costs money.
That's right.
What if you could spend $20.98 to get a set of 3 home? That way you have a couple to share, or a couple to back it up.
That's right.
And you're getting it for an incredible value. Now, we have 2 easy payments of $10.49 on this set. If sold separately, this set could cost you $49.08. So the $20.98 price tag that we have on it today, that is more than half off. I love more than half off. And when it comes to the functionality,
that's right,
this, I don't have to be a trained professional.
Now,
I can do this myself.
My favorite thing about this, one of my favorite things to read in the reviews, anybody can sharpen any knife. Again, serrated knives, most sharpeners only do straight edge. It's the simplest motion, Mary. You secure it to the counter. It's not moving, so I don't have to hold this steady. With one hand, I'm going to pull in one direction. Again, this is any knife, and I always say when you get a Sharp Shark, it's like getting a brand new set of knives, because now every knife in your drawer can be razor sharp in a matter of moments without any skill needed, and is so incredibly safe. Take a look at the edge of this, okay? You see how that's shining?
So good.
That's because it's now razor sharp again. So when you go to cut that crusty loaf, it goes right through. You're not using pressure, and it's safe and it's effective.
Like the one we just saw from
that's
Instagram.
Right.
You thinking about
that's
that,
right,
Brad?
exactly.
That's what it is. You show him crusty Italian bread, and he's out.
I'm
so
going to be.
good.
I need some olive oil right now. But here's what I love to show, because most people have a steel in their block, or they have other fancy sharpeners. But the problem with a steel are 2 things. One, if you use a steel, you have to get the perfect angle with the knife, or else you don't sharpen it. The other problem is you're pulling it down toward your hand. Right. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually intentionally dull this knife right here. We're going to run it the wrong way against the steel. This is a metal rod, okay? I'm going to actually flatten out. So when you pull a knife out of your drawer, and this is something so many people experience, it's really dull. To show you how dull this knife is, I'm going to try to cut the sponge, and it's really a useless knife. Check this out. This is what happens when you have a dull knife. I am sawing away, I'm pushing, see how it's moving? I'm slipping. This can't cut anything. But if you have a Sharp Shark, you take that dull knife just like this.
One-handed too.
One-handed. And when I pull this through, you're going to actually see little shavings are coming off the knife.
Oh, I see.
See those little metal shavings? That is it's recreating the edge. It's breaking down the metal. And in about 6 or 8 passes, I can start to feel it getting a little easier to pull through. And I'm not using a lot of pressure. And I can feel, oh, one more pull, I think this is ready.
He's a professional checking the blade. Do not check your blade
don't use
at
your finger.
home.
Yeah, so you'll know, the way you'll know, Mary, is you go to use it and it doesn't cut. But take a look at this sponge. This is what we couldn't cut a moment ago. I mean, it goes through it, the sponge, as if it's brand new.
Like you heated it.
Like we, yeah.
It's like hot metal.
So every night's brand new again. That's what I love about this
Awesome.
item.
This is customer top rated, and so many folks have absolutely fallen in love with the Sharp Shark. You get one in red, one in green, and one in that beautiful steely blue. It is 2 easy payments of $10.49, and we have Glinda on the phone.
Ooh.
Hi, Glinda. My name is Mary. Please meet Rick. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hi,
Doing
Glinda.
so well. Thank you so much. And so, have you tried the Sharp Shark before?
Oh, yes. I've had one for several years, and I love it.
Oh, good, good, good. What do you find that you're sharpening the most? Do you have an everyday knife?
Yeah, I have several everyday knives that I use, and I sharpen all my knives, make sure they keep sharp.
Good. Good, good. And you know what? You know what I love about mine too, Glinda? And it sounds like we might be in the same boat. I don't have to go buy another knife. I can just keep sharpening that knife. So over time, I'm saving a little money on not having to buy a new knife all the time.
That is true.
That's good.
And I like the way it locks to the cabinet on the top of the counter.
You got it. You got it. Glinda, where are you calling from in Alabama?
Hartford?
Hartford? Okay.
Wow.
All right. My family's
Your parents.
in Dothan.
Right. I'm 20 miles from Dothan.
Oh, that's so nice. You know what? Don't tell them that. They'll show up. Glinda, thank you so much for calling in today and sharing folks what your experience been with Sharp Shark. We sure do appreciate you.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Glinda.
Bye-bye, Glinda.
Thank you.
That's so
Bye-bye.
nice. You know what? Here's the thing. It's customer top rated. So many folks have given them as gifts as well. That's why having a set of 3 is such a great way to go. So you can have one and keep it super easy to use. And your tip, too, of after you sharpen it, wipe the blade down.
Wipe it off because there's a little bit of metal. Rinse the blade. But you just said gift. Instead of a bottle of wine, bring this one day.
It's perfect.
It's one of my favorite things.
Especially now, $20.98. Come
It's perfect.
on. Take some chocolate with you.
I'm going to steal some.
Have chocolate while
Yes,
travel.
I will take some.
Thank you, Rick. So
Take care.
good to see you.
Take care.
Coming up in about 15 minutes, we have a top find coming up on In the Kitchen with Mary, and it is the pie plate that we're about to show you. You get the insulated tote along with it. It has a snap cover, and you get the